Yuga Labs created a collection of 10,000 Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs, which were digital records linking computer accounts to randomly generated cartoon ape images. Critics argued NFTs had no real value since the images were public and non-exclusionary. However, Yuga built an entire brand and thriving community around the NFTs. Owning a Bored Ape NFT gave holders rights to use the IP, access to community events/games, and the value of their NFT appreciated as the brand grew. Yuga and the community introduced new utilities that benefited holders, like merchandise partnerships and live events. This created a feedback loop that grew the brand and community rapidly. Yuga raised $450 million in funding and reached a $4 billion valuation in under a year due to recurring revenue streams from new NFT collections, royalties, merchandise, partnerships and sponsorships enabled by the robust brand and community they built. Celebrities and major brands joined and promoted the Bored Apes, further accelerating growth and legitimacy of the NFT project and Web3 brand. The passage introduces NFTs and addresses a common concern that NFTs are just connected to cryptocurrency and crypto is a scam. It acknowledges there were scams and speculation in the early days of crypto/NFTs, similar to the early internet, but the underlying technology has potential. NFTs allow any company to issue unique digital goods and unlock new brand value by providing ownership and access through digital assets. This benefits both creators and consumers. Major companies are already using NFT technology even if not calling it that. Adoption is growing rapidly, especially among youth engaged with gaming, social media, etc. The authors, Steve and Scott, have extensive experience working with NFT companies, creators and large brands to understand and apply the technology. They wrote this book to explain how NFTs are transforming business and everyday life for executives, small businesses and general readers. The potential is for NFTs to become part of almost everything done online or offline. NFTs, non-fungible tokens, enable the creation of unique digital assets that can be clearly owned, tracked and traded. This allows for digital scarcity and ownership in a way that was previously difficult or impossible. NFTs leverage blockchain technology to create a verifiable and permanent record of ownership for digital items like images, videos, collectibles, and more. Each NFT is unique and corresponds to a specific digital asset. By establishing clear ownership of digital goods through NFTs, it becomes possible to build markets around these items as they can now be traded, sold and exchanged. This enables new applications and business models. NFT ownership goes beyond just the digital token. It can provide additional benefits and utility like access to exclusive experiences, communities, products or special features. The potential uses and impact of NFT technology is vast, as it can augment or replace many existing industries and services. It allows new forms of digital credentials, subscriptions, ownership records and more. In summary, NFTs solve the problem of defining scarcity and ownership for digital assets, unlocking whole new economies and applications that evolve the concept of digital goods. NFTs can serve as digital deeds or certificates of ownership for both physical and digital assets. They record ownership on a blockchain in a way that is secure, permanent and traceable. This allows for the simple and easy trading of assets like digital art, real estate, collectibles, event tickets, credentials, in-game items, etc. without the need for traditional intermediaries. NFTs make it possible to clearly define ownership of digital assets that previously may have been difficult to assign ownership to. By establishing clear property rights, NFTs enable new types of markets to form around digital goods and services. This could profoundly impact industries like entertainment, commerce, and more. For NFT ownership to be trustworthy, transactions must be permanently recorded on blockchains, which securely authenticate transactions and make records very difficult to tamper with over time due to cryptography and decentralized networks. While digital ownership is still theoretically hackable, NFTs and blockchains make it more secure and infallible than traditional digital records by permanently recording transactions on distributed ledgers. NFTs provide verifiable proof of digital ownership through blockchain technology. When an NFT is transferred, it requires consensus approval from multiple computers/validators on the blockchain network. Ethereum is a major blockchain for NFTs, with over 500,000 validators globally. To control the blockchain would require over two-thirds of validators, costing over $20 billion at the time. This decentralization makes the blockchain very secure. NFTs represent a new paradigm for digital ownership compared to traditional centralized systems like Amazon, where ownership records can be changed by the company. NFT ownership is embedded in immutable software code. While NFTs provide proof of ownership, they are fundamentally software and can have additional programmed utilities. For example, an art NFT could also serve as an event ticket. The success of Bored Ape Yacht Club demonstrates key principles for successful NFT projects, called the NFT staircase: ownership, utility, identity, and community. Bake encouraged connections between owners that created a loyal fanbase and thriving brand. NFTs have the potential to leverage multiple factors that can drive increasing value: ownership, utility, identity, community, and evolution. Ownership is the foundation, but providing utility gives incentive to acquire the NFT. As owners experience utility, they may develop an affinity and identity with the NFT. Strong identity can lead to community engagement. An active community then drives further evolution, creating new value loops that benefit holders and the brand. The Bored Ape Yacht Club exemplifies this model successfully. It provides direct and third-party utilities, strengthening owners' identity and fostering a tight-knit community. Community feedback drives the brand's evolution in unexpected directions. Each new development reinforces the value loop, incentivizing further engagement and growth. When value increases, holders can cash out gains by selling to new members, who further strengthen the community. Royalties also benefit the creators. This iterative value chain is empowered by NFT and Web3 technologies. Web 1, 1990s, was about consuming information online as a reader through websites and search engines. People got news and searched for information but didn't directly interact or create content themselves. Web 2, 2000s, introduced social media, which allowed two-way interaction and user-generated content through platforms like Facebook, Twitter, etc. People could now publicly share thoughts, photos, and updates. However, users were essentially the product as their data and engagement was used for advertising. Web3 advocates like entrepreneurs Pharrell Williams and Reddit founder Alexis Ohanian believe we have entered a new phase where ownership and control are decentralized through technologies like blockchain and NFTs. This gives individuals more control over their digital assets and data while also incentivizing platforms and users to cooperate. In Web3, through digital ownership via NFTs, individuals can be consumers, active participants, and partial owners/investors in brands they support. Their engagement benefits both themselves, through potential asset appreciation, and the brand. NFTs are seen as key to further developing concepts like the metaverse by facilitating true ownership within virtual environments. While technologies currently have barriers, widespread adoption is anticipated as they become easier to use. So in summary, Web3 aims to disrupt businesses by redistributing control and value to individuals through decentralized technologies and digital ownership of assets. NFTs are presented as an important piece of realizing this vision. NFTs establish true digital ownership by linking unique assets to owners' digital wallets, allowing them to control and transfer the assets across platforms. This shifts power from centralized platforms to individual users. NFTs can be linked to a variety of digital assets like artwork, music, tickets, etc. This ownership extends to the associated assets, which can be used freely as long as platforms support NFT standards. Not all NFTs are transferable like tangible goods, some are soul-bound to represent non-transferable accomplishments or donations. Web 2 platforms lack true ownership and user investment. Users are renters subject to changing RMS and inability to port assets elsewhere. Web 3 aims to give users direct ownership and stake in platforms through NFTs, better aligning incentives and allowing users more control over their digital presence and ability to freely use competing services. This shared ownership model is designed to foster long-term engagement and value creation. Web 3 models aim to share ownership of platforms and brands with consumers to incentivize engagement like contributing ideas, creating content, and recruiting others. Aligning incentives more closely with users makes them more willing to participate. Owning digital assets like NFTs through control and ownership provides utility like access to exclusive events. It also aligns incentives by giving users a stake in the success of the brand, motivating them to help build it up through activities like promoting on social media. Loyalty programs could be enhanced by allowing users to truly own their membership status and reward points through digital wallets instead of being on file with the company. This could unlock benefits like discounts from other brands looking to attract loyal customers. Status may also become transferable between programs. Travel brands could leverage NFT ownership to attract high-worth customers, such as providing benefits to Bored Ape NFT holders. Competitors could also offer rewards to poach others' loyal customers. While this increases competition, it could also increase the value of digital assets by providing more utility. Brands are experimenting with decentralizing aspects of ownership through NFTs, like the hundreds allowing Atom Bomb NFT holders to vote on some brand decisions and receive equity in new launches. This further aligns users with the brand. The Hundreds, a fashion label, released NFTs called Atom Bomb Squad that represented their mascot Atom Bomb. They decided that NFT holders would effectively license the images back to the brand when used in new clothing collections. Holders would receive a typical license fee and store credit. The brand entrusted further aspects of their identity to NFT holders, like allowing some to create custom bombs and release new NFTs. This gave NFT holders a stake in the brand for the first time. Holders were passionate supporters who promoted the brand on social media. While centralized loyalty programs are possible, NFTs provide users direct control and ownership of digital assets, unlike entries in a company database. NFTs can represent achievements, experiences, and interests in a unified digital identity that users fully control and can take anywhere. This is important for applications like digital diplomas, badges, and credentials. So in summary, the Hundreds experimented with giving NFT holders real participation and ownership in the brand through special access, rewards, and creative control, harnessing the unique properties of blockchain-based assets. Here are the key points. NFTs are stored on decentralized computer networks like blockchains, not controlled by any individual company. This means NFTs can exist even if their creators shut down. NFTs are interoperable, meaning they can be used across different platforms unlike digital goods from Web 2.0 which are restricted to specific platforms. NFT owners have flexibility in how they use and trade their NFTs. NFTs can represent ownership of both digital and physical assets. Some companies issue physical-backed NFTs that can be redeemed for physical goods, allowing digital trading and ownership of products. Associating NFTs with physical items through technologies like chips and QR codes provides a digital twin that connects the digital and physical worlds. This enhances the user experience. Utility refers to any functional benefits of owning an NFT beyond just ownership itself. This could include rewards programs, access to experiences, governance powers, etc., and gives people incentives to engage with an NFT project. Utility can come from the creator, third parties, or NFT holders themselves on platforms like blockchains. It enhances the value of NFTs. NFTs can provide a variety of benefits including exclusive experiences, voting/influence opportunities, intellectual property rights, discounts, digital/physical goods. Default utility refers to the core functionality of an asset, while additive utility builds on top through additional rewards, benefits, etc. Airdrops allow sending new NFT/assets to existing NFT holders to provide ongoing utility and engagement. Examples include airdropping more NFTs, in-game items, coupons, etc. Access is provided through token gating where specific NFT ownerships unlock entry to exclusive online/offline areas, events, products. Some NFTs grant IP rights, allowing holders to profit from commercial use of associated images/media, for example in merchandise, books, movies. Rewards can be received passively through holding an NFT for a certain period without selling, such as escalating rewards the longer an NFT is held. NFTs can provide various types of utility like access, rewards, intellectual property rights, etc. Their portable nature allows utility to be delivered across different online platforms. Third parties can also provide utility for NFTs. For example, museums may offer discounts to credit card holders, and some businesses give perks to fans wearing sports merchandise when their team wins. Similarly, third parties can recognize NFT ownership and provide benefits. This concept of verified member benefits allows targeted marketing. Businesses can promote to audiences aligned with specific NFT collections. For example, a sports betting site provided free memberships to holders of a sports/gambling-focused NFT collection. NFTs also enable more efficient marketing by allowing direct engagement rather than relying on platforms. Brands can recognize NFT ownership without intermediaries to assess interests. This provides benefits while promoting to self-identified fans. Ongoing incentive programs and mingling of benefits across brands/interests is possible. NFTs can represent membership, loyalty programs and make benefits more accessible than physical badges/cards. NFTs can literally function as tickets by storing ticket data uniquely on blockchain. This prevents issues like duplicate barcodes and improves security for secondary ticket markets. Currently, sports fans who subscribe to their local newspaper can only access coverage of local home games, not away games covered by other newspapers. This limits access to complete coverage of their favorite teams. Papers also miss out on putting their coverage in front of interested readers from other markets. With NFT subscriptions, a newspaper subscription could be represented as an NFT. Other papers could verify subscription status by checking for the presence of the NFT, without direct integration between their systems. This would allow multi-threaded subscriptions where a Tampa Bay Times subscriber, for example, could access articles about Tampa Bay games from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution by connecting their wallet and showing the Tampa Bay Times subscription NFT. Papers could potentially charge micropayments each time an out-of-market subscriber accessed an article. This addresses content access and monetization challenges currently limiting cross-publication sharing of sports coverage. The article describes how NFTs could enable new types of integrated subscriptions across different news publications. For example, a subscription to a local newspaper could automatically include access to articles from other publications on topics like local sports teams. This approach of customized content bundles could create more value for consumers than individual publication subscriptions alone, potentially raising overall readership and revenue. NFTs representing digital media subscriptions or content access passes could also enable communities to form around those assets. The key is that the utility/value provided by NFTs should reinforce existing consumer and community dynamics. For example, a local news NFT that includes access to coverage of local sports teams. When different stakeholders like creators, fans and third parties can all benefit, NFTs enable all the different stakeholders, creators, fans, and even adjacent third parties, to win together. In Web 2.0, users build separate digital identities and reputations on individual platforms like Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. with no way to port this information across platforms. Web 3 introduces digital wallets that allow users to store digital assets like photos, videos, posts in a central location, not tied to any single platform. These assets can take the form of NFTs, giving users ownership and control over their digital identities and reputation in a way that is portable across platforms. This interoperability increases competition among platforms and lowers barriers for new entrants. It also allows users to build a unified digital identity rather than fragmented identity shards on separate sites. Platforms will now compete for wallet share by becoming part of people's digital identities stored in their wallets, rather than just getting users to engage on isolated social networks. In Web3, network effects will center on valuable communities and assets like popular games/NFTs, rather than individual platforms. What matters most is which digital assets and communities people choose to engage with and showcase in their wallets. NFTs have the ability to automatically connect people into communities based on shared identity and ownership of the same NFT assets. This creates extremely loyal brand communities. NFT ownership embeds the individual into a network of others who also own that NFT and are affiliated with the brand. Anyone in this network can help activate and grow the community. Shared ownership of an NFT gives community members a shared incentive to see the value of that NFT and brand increase over time. This motivates organic promotion and connection with others in the network. Well-built NFT communities provide incredible marketing value for a brand through grassroots enthusiasm and word-of-mouth promotion from community members. It can create widespread representation of the brand without direct advertising costs. NFTs allow geographic boundaries to become less important for community formation. Digital identity and assets connect people in new ways. Overall, the embedded network effects of NFTs have great potential to unlock new levels of brand enthusiasm through community. NFT communities like Bored Apes, Azuki, and Women in Weapons have built businesses and personal brands around the NFT imagery they own. This reinforces the value of the original NFT projects. Examples given include Ape Water brand founded by Bored Ape holders, Applied Primate which featured Bored Ape characters, and Zookit which designed skate decks for Azuki holders featuring their NFTs. This model creates shared incentives between consumers, companies and communities in a less transactional way than typical brands. NFT holders are invested in the brand's success as it increases their NFT's value. Some NFT projects use a Creative Commons Zero license, allowing anyone to build on the core brand assets. This jumpstarts memeability and community proliferation of the brand through derivative works. Examples given include Noun's glasses logo that appeared in many places, and Goblin Town goblin characters that spread online and were featured in third-party games. NFTs incentivize community members to invest in building new products and extensions of the brand. CC0 licenses further allow widespread proliferation by third parties. Tally Labs built an entire content and business around the Bored Apes Yacht Club IP, including a novel where NFT holders could license their apes as characters at different participation levels based on NFT rarity. This integrated NFT community participation. Blockchain-based voting tied to individual identity NFTs could create a provably fair and transparent voting process that is openly auditable. Many Web3 companies use decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs, where members can propose ideas and token holders vote on which to execute. This gives passionate communities and fans an outlet to contribute to a brand's growth. NFTs allow for unique community engagement mechanisms compared to traditional Web2 platforms. They simplify processes like holding secure votes, distributing tickets/rewards, and allow communities to more easily form and interact across platforms. The tokens themselves act as passes to digital and physical community spaces, allowing people with similar interests to find each other anywhere. This enables micro-communities and unexpected connections to form organically. Well-designed NFT communities can become a principal source of value for holders through the social and business opportunities that emerge from being part of a large, trusted network. User Bush refers to an active community member in On-Chain Monkey, an NFT brand. He was passionate and eventually hired away from Amazon Web Services to work for the brand full-time. Mike Chavez had a similar experience, starting as a software engineer for On-Chain Monkey and taking on expanded roles like company evangelist. NFT communities help members in various ways, similar to an alumni network. Some provide access to industry connections worldwide. Others focus on specific skills or interests. Brands like The Gods and YOOTS encourage community engagement through social media promotions of holders. This network effect reinforces visibility of community members. NFTs make it easier to connect fans of a brand or topic in one place, increasing scale, reach and access compared to traditional forums. This allows smaller brands and creators to build strong communities like larger brands on Web2. In summary, NFTs facilitate the formation of niche interest communities and help connect fans, potentially leading to jobs and opportunities for engaged community members. Here is a summary of the key points about unification and shared goals in NFT communities. NFT communities can be a constant source of feedback and innovation for the brand, as community members are highly engaged and invested in seeing the project succeed. Successful NFT projects often hire enthusiastic community members to fill roles within the organization, rewarding them for their contributions. This helps unify the community. When community members are upset about something, the brand learns about it immediately through community channels and can quickly respond by gathering suggestions for embed. Having shared goals of developing the intellectual property and ecosystem together incentivizes community members to provide the most interesting feedback and ideas. This level of collaboration and feedback supercharges experimentation and iteration, allowing brands to evolve directly in response to community wants and needs. It creates a closer value loop between producers and consumers. The shared ownership and incentives provided by NFTs empower communities to truly shape the direction of the brand over time through this feedback process. This is a new level of engagement compared to traditional customer research methods. So in summary, NFT communities are uniquely positioned for unification around shared goals of developing the brand ecosystem, and provide constant feedback that drives brands to evolve in response to community wants. This collaborative model changes the producer-consumer dynamic. Starbucks launched an NFT-based loyalty program called Starbucks Odyssey that allows customers to earn digital collectible stamps by completing real-world and online tasks and quests. The stamps can be traded on a marketplace, creating a new coffee collectibles economy. This adds an ownership element that takes the program beyond just rewards/utilities. Micro-communities are forming organically around the program, such as groups that identify with the bear, hummingbird or tiger profile pictures offered. Starbucks' goal was to extend its third-place concept of community and belonging to the digital world by connecting loyalty members to each other through the program. The case shows how Starbucks has leveraged the different parts of the NFT staircase, ownership, utility, identity and community, to evolve its loyalty program in new directions guided by feedback from the engaged Odyssey community. So in summary, it provides a real-world example of how an established brand like Starbucks is using NFTs and community dynamics to introduce new interactive and social elements that level up its customer relationships and loyalty program. Traditional music industry is dominated by record labels that take a large cut of artists' revenue and make it difficult for new artists to break in. NFTs can empower artists by allowing them to connect directly with fans and build sustainable businesses without relying on labels. Artists could release exclusive NFT content like tickets, merchandise, meet and greets to reward superfans. This establishes a dedicated community that promotes the artist. NFT ownership also verifies fandom over time. Artists like Taylor Swift previously tried verifying fans through social media activity, but NFT ownership is a clearer signal. Even up-and-coming artists can leverage NFTs to identify and reward early superfans, turning them into a supportive community. Platforms like Sound.xyz are launching where artists can issue music NFTs in limited editions, incentivizing fans to discover new talent early and showcase their support. Overall, NFTs can decentralize the music industry by empowering artists and incentivizing direct fan engagement and discovery of new works. The passage discusses how NFTs could be used to build community around the frozen pizza brand DiGiorno. It proposes creating unique NFT toppings representing different pizza toppings that are gifted to loyal customers. People would trade the NFT toppings and potentially form communities and rivalries around different toppings like pineapple versus mushrooms. Holders would get discounts, early access to products, and other utilities. Over time, it could evolve into a full loyalty program and gamified experience. Popular fan characters could be featured on pizza boxes. Active community members could become brand ambassadors. This would help boost the brand's perception and create user-generated marketing content. Other companies like Starbucks and Nike saw similar engagement with their NFT programs. The passage then discusses how NFTs could enhance alumni communities for colleges. It proposes graduates get NFTs giving access to alumni networks and events. This could streamline communications and registration while increasing participation in donations. So in summary, the passage discusses hypothetical ways NFTs could be used to build engaged communities around brands like DiGiorno Pizza and college alumni networks by creating unique digital assets for customers/graduates. Here is a summary of the key points about NFTs from the passage. NFTs allow digital assets and experiences to take on personal and community significance beyond just their market value. They can become part of one's digital identity. Early NFT projects focused mainly on scarcity and speculation. But large consumer brands are now exploring NFTs, and millions of consumers are buying affordable NFTs from companies like Reddit and Nike. For sustainability, most collectibles are affordable for their target audiences and produced in large enough editions, not just limited scarcity drives. NFTs will likely follow this model. Early NFT markets were small, favoring scarcity, but will likely become larger and more accessible over time, similar to popular virtual goods economies. Even small projects and creators can launch niche NFT communities that deeply engage true fans, giving both social and potential financial upside. Having 1,000 deeply engaged true fans paying $100 per year each is enough for many creators to make a living, without needing mass popularity. NFTs facilitate this direct fan connection and support. Major brands are also experimenting with keeping their biggest fans ultra engaged through status-enhancing or access-granting high-value NFT releases. In Japan, some ramen and udon restaurants offer an annual Yumi Pass that allows holders to eat unlimited meals for a set fee. Applicants state a personal goal they hope eating lots of noodles will help achieve. Pass holders become evangelists for the restaurants and often become friends by dining together frequently. However, engagement was only analog and there was no way to interact or stay connected digitally. The author argues NFTs could solve this by allowing pass holders to have a digital representation of their pass and interact/connect online as a community through platforms like social media. Similarly, NFTs could track stamps people collect from dining at a local donut shop and incentivize sharing enthusiasm online to drive more business. By building community among superfans this way through rewards and shared experiences, businesses can get people spending more regularly even on small purchases like an extra coffee or donut periodically. This shows how NFT strategies don't need to be huge initiatives but can work well even for small, local businesses by solving problems around digital engagement and community building among loyal customers. Rainmakers combines the concepts of single-game fantasy sports and traditional fantasy sports by allowing people to own NFT player cards that can be added to lineups each week or sold on the open market. This enables frictionless buying and selling of cards via the blockchain, saving DraftKings the need to build their own trading system. Starbucks Odyssey levels up loyalty rewards, a core strategy, by token gating digital tickets and product drops. This ensures true fans can access experiences stress-free without scalpers. When defining the NFT asset, considerations include supply, transferability, metadata, and how it will be obtained. Utility should map to the target consumer and understanding of their wants. Local business partnerships, for example, could offer perks near but not too far from holders. Identity and community formation around the asset provides retention through spaces like chat channels and rewarding engagement. Successful launches foster early communities, educate non-native audiences, and partner with influencers to curate holders and provide support. Pricing should consider the target audience's experience. Infrastructure challenges were one of the main ongoing issues with NFTs in 2023. The Ethereum network, which was dominant for NFT creation and exchange, used a computationally costly system that made transactions expensive, over $1 sometimes, and environmentally unfriendly. Throughput was also limited, not able to handle thousands of transactions per second like credit card networks. However, solutions were emerging to address these challenges by improving blockchain infrastructure designed to increase throughput, as well as approaches that batch many transactions together into one settlement transaction on the blockchain. This increased effective computational power and reduced marginal costs, though full adoption of NFT technology still required overcoming infrastructure limitations. NFT technology provides opportunities for decentralization. There are concerns that centralization could still arise in the infrastructure or application layers. The need for centralized computing power, storage, and user-friendly platforms could lead to concentration. Some speculate dominant Web 2 companies like Facebook/Meta may try to lead in developing centralized Web 3 platforms and wallet experiences to attract users. Early examples showed potential issues if a single platform like OpenSea hosted key reference data. Effective decentralization remains to be seen, as consumer interfaces and aggregation of resources could still drive centralization pressures even if the underlying technology aims for decentralization. Full decentralization may be difficult to achieve at scale. By the end of 2022, OpenSea had several major competitors in the NFT trading market. These competitors used users' NFT transaction histories on public blockchains to offer rewards to traders who switched platforms, making it easy to connect digital wallets and switch sites. This increased competition and made it harder for any single platform to dominate. When Twitter first entered the Web3 space, it had to allow users more control over their data by enabling them to connect and use data from their own digital wallets without handing over full control to Twitter. The authors see the metaverse as comprising all digital spaces people create identities and engage in, like social media, video conferences, online games, etc. In this view, most current NFT applications are already metaverse applications. NFTs encode digital assets so they can be used across different platforms freely, without needing to be recreated for each space. This will drive more innovation in digital platforms. The authors became close friends and collaborators after meeting in an NFT community, showing how NFTs can foster new human connections and opportunities. NFTs have significant potential to reshape digital spaces and industries in currently unimagined ways, as the internet did before. Their impacts will come both openly through industries adopting them, and subtly through new social networks and collaborations they enable. Here is a summary of the key individuals and groups that are acknowledged and discussed in the passage. Various NFT projects and communities are mentioned, including Bored Ape Yacht Club, Doodles, Pudgy Penguins, Supducks, etc. These help spark friendships and collaboration. Inspirations included Eric Calderon, Chris Dixon, Bobby Hundreds, Gary Vaynerchuk, and the Bake founding team. People the authors worked closely with on NFTs and Web3 like Adam Tastic, Nate Alex, Cynthia Alexander, Patrick Amadon, etc. This is a long list of individuals. The ideas in the book owe a debt to collaborations with teams at companies like Adeem, Ape Beverages, Applied Primate, Baker Hostetler, Chain Runners, Citizens of Tajigan, etc. Again, a long list of groups. Steve is grateful to colleagues at Progressive Insurance, Metagood, Forum 3, Starbucks Odyssey, Nestlé who helped with his career. Scott is grateful to colleagues at Harvard Business School and other academics who contributed to his work. This includes a long list of professors and researchers. So in summary, it acknowledges the contributions and inspiration of many individuals and groups in the NFT and Web3 spaces, as well as the author's own professional networks and collaborators. Here is a summary of the acknowledgements section. The authors thanked numerous individuals who contributed to the creation of the book, including colleagues, editors, friends, and family members. They gave special thanks to their editor Mary Sun for her guidance. They disclosed that they hold digital assets like NFTs mentioned in the book and advise companies working in the Web3 space. Research partner Scott Kominers noted his affiliation with A16Z, an investment firm that may hold investments in discussed companies or tokens. Image credits were provided for various NFT artworks and collections referenced. The authors aim to properly attribute the original artists and rights holders. Here is a summary of the notes. The Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT collection was valued at $4 billion when it raised funds. The apes were created by a computer process. People discussed the value of Bored Ape NFTs on sites like Quora and Reddit, questioning why people spend thousands on computer-generated monkey pictures. The Bored Ape collection features iconic primates called apes, though they are cartoon drawings. The collection is coded so no more can ever be produced. Ownership of a Bored Ape NFT serves as membership in the Bake community and entitles owners to certain benefits from the company. Bored Ape Yacht Club was one of the earliest and most prominent NFT projects. It has since grown into a large company valued in the hundreds of millions. In addition to the primary NFT sales, Bake generates significant revenue from games, merchandise, and other projects. However, the broader crypto crash in 2022 impacted the NFT and Bake markets. That covers the key points summarized from the notes provided. Let me know if you need any part of the summary expanded upon. Here is a summary of the key points about TAL currencies. TAL currencies allow for digital ownership of assets like images, videos, gaming characters, virtual land, etc. This gives users ownership and scarcity in online contexts. Blockchain technologies like NFTs provide a public, immutable record of who owns a digital asset. This establishes clear proof of ownership and allows assets to be bought/sold. Digital ownership enables new applications like reselling digital goods, trading virtual items between games, facilitating ownership of physical goods tied to NFTs, etc. As with real-world property, digital ownership on blockchain provides security against theft/loss through decentralized record keeping. It also allows for things like insurance against disputes over ownership. Applications of digital ownership through TAL currencies are still emerging but provide new models for commerce involving digital creations and transactions beyond traditional online environments. In summary, TAL currencies allow for digital scarcity and ownership through technologies like NFTs, establishing new avenues for buying/selling digital creations and potentially integrating physical goods into decentralized ownership models. Here is a summary of the key points from the text. 2 NFT artworks sold for over $7 million each on the Super Rare and Art Blocks marketplaces in 2021. An NFT artwork by Beeple sold for $69 million at a Christie's auction in March 2021. The global collectibles industry was worth hundreds of billions in 2022, and event ticket sales were also estimated to be in the hundreds of billions. Blockchains and cryptocurrencies make transactions for digital items like NFTs possible in a way that is more trustworthy and permanent compared to traditional online platforms. The decentralized nature of blockchains means there is no single point of failure that could shut down the whole system. Consensus mechanisms like proof of work and proof of stake economically incentivize nodes to validate transactions and secure the network. Once recorded on the blockchain, transactions cannot easily be altered or tampered with, allowing NFTs to prove the authenticity and ownership of digital items. Projects like Bored Ape Yacht Club achieved widespread popularity and spawned numerous real-world communities and businesses utilizing the brands and intellectual property associated with the NFT collection. This helped drive further growth and adoption of NFTs. The Rolling Stone magazine has minted its first-ever NFT collection on the Ethereum blockchain. This includes visual assets from Rolling Stone's archives spanning their 50 years of publishing. The Bored Ape Yacht Club (BAYC) NFT collection has seen tremendous success, with some NFTs in the collection selling for hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. Bake has partnered with many brands and launched additional collections. The Bake community is very engaged online and offline, organizing events like Ape Fest, which had performances by Snoop Dogg and Eminem. Bake holders are also granted commercial rights to use their NFT images and have benefited from numerous membership perks from brands. While NFT owners can sell their tokens on marketplaces, the Bake creator maintains royalty rights of 2.5% on secondary sales, generating significant ongoing revenue. Bake has established a thriving brand powered by its community. Gary Vaynerchuk explained Web3 to Yahoo Finance as a system where users can own their data and digital assets through blockchain technology and decentralized applications. This could empower individuals and provide new economic opportunities. Some of the challenges mentioned include the technology still being early and not yet seamlessly integrated into daily life for most people. Adoption will take widespread understanding and use of concepts like cryptocurrency, NFTs, decentralized networks, and digital ownership. The metaverse was discussed as a potential future iteration of the internet that incorporates 3D virtual worlds. It has precedents in science fiction works and virtual worlds from past decades, but future incarnations could offer new social and economic experiences if built on an open decentralized model. Establishing digital ownership through standards like NFTs and blockchain-based contracts was presented as a way for Web3 to empower individuals over centralized platforms. However, challenges around regulating newly emerging virtual economies and preventing fraud or abuse would need addressing for it to fulfill its potential. I have aimed to discuss the key topics and arguments presented while avoiding copying or reproducing copyrighted content directly from the sources mentioned. Please let me know if you would like me to elaborate on any part of the summary. Here is a summary of the key points about NFT music videos and utility from the referenced sources. Timbaland released a new music video for his song Encanto that was inspired by the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT collection. Bored Ape number 9797 became the first NFT to drop its own music video. The video featured the rapper DJ Beanie Siegel. An artist named Shilly, who owns a Bored Ape, released their first single I'm Boring along with a music video. This showed how NFT collections are engaging with the music world. POAP, Proof of Attendance Protocol, allows people to earn blockchain-backed badges or tickets verifying their attendance at events like concerts, lectures, or conferences. This gives their NFT collections more utility. Events commemorated with POAPs have included ones featuring artists like Pussy Riot, mindfulness sessions, and lectures about NFTs at schools like Harvard. POAPs can essentially function like digital business cards or resumes since the verified attendance carries over across platforms. This enhances the value of the associated NFT collections. NFTs can help build a sense of brand attachment and loyalty by allowing brands to reward enthusiasts and signal tribal affiliation through exclusive digital badges, achievements, and experiences. This helps speed up relationship building. NFT collections centered around virtual fashion, accessories, vehicles, racing animals, backpacks, etc. allow people to express their identities and interests in the metaverse in new ways. The community and culture aspect of some NFT projects, with enthusiasts interacting on social media, has similarities to streetwear culture. NFTs opened up new possibilities for communicating brand values to like-minded groups. Brands are experimenting with reward mechanisms like status levels, access to merchandise/events, product discounts to recognize and incentivize superfans who identify strongly with the brand's messaging and ethos. This helps buttress consumer loyalty over the long run. In summary, NFTs provide tools for brands to forge tighter bonds with customers by facilitating shared experiences, status symbols, and a sense of belonging, all of which reinforce personal/social identity and community alignment around a particular lifestyle or set of ideals. Here is a summary of the key points from the book Not a T-Shirt, A Brand, a Culture, a Community by MCD. The book uses the example of Supreme, a streetwear brand, to explore how a brand can become more than just a product and develop into a full-fledged community and culture. Supreme leveraged scarcity, bold branding, collaborations with artists/designers, and community-focused brick-and-mortar stores to create excitement and hype around their drops. This helped establish Supreme as a dominant streetwear brand with a loyal customer base. More importantly, Supreme became a cultural phenomenon and meeting place for creatives and enthusiasts. Their stores functioned as community hubs where people with shared interests could connect. This sense of community was a key driver of the brand's success. People were buying into not just a product, but a lifestyle and sense of belonging. Supreme exemplified how a brand could evolve into much more than the sum of its merchandise. The book argues that developing a strong community, culture, and brand identity are even more important in today's crowded markets. Lessons from Supreme's approach can be applied to help other brands connect with audiences in a meaningful way. In summary, the book uses Supreme's rise to examine how a brand can leverage community, culture, and identity to become transcendent, evolving from a product into a full-fledged world that people want to be a part of. Developing a loyal community was central to Supreme's long-term success. Brands often manage community initiatives and design new collections or merchandise to evolve their brand iconography and story. Some brands like Forgotten Runes have created cartoon/comic series as part of their media ecosystem. When Azure Bala's initial NFT art was poorly received, they took real-time feedback, created an action plan, and ultimately reworked the concept into Azurians, which was received extremely well. Managing community feedback and responding iteratively allows brands to drive positive brand evolution over time through semi-permeable processes of input and change. Initiatives like comic series, merchandise drops, and new collection designs can deepen brand integration when done thoughtfully. Here is a summary of the key points from the article. Azure Bala PFPs launched an NFT collection in collaboration with the Community Council to help govern the project and provide feedback. The Council consisted of 9 members elected by the community. The Council helped shape various aspects of the project such as roadmap items, community incentives, and charitable donations. They provided a balanced perspective representing different subgroups. Working with the Council helped build trust between the project founders and community. It created accountability and ensured decisions were made with community interests in mind. Overall, it was a positive experience that could serve as a model for other NFT projects to authentically engage with stakeholders and leverage community insights to build stronger, more sustainable initiatives. Forming a council is one way for projects to better incorporate community voices into decision-making. So in summary, the article discusses how an NFT project worked with an elected community council to gather feedback and jointly make decisions, highlighting the benefits this brought in terms of transparency, accountability, and better representing community interests. It presents the model as one that other NFT projects could adopt. Here is a summary of the article. Global consumers more likely to buy new products from familiar brands, published by Business Wire on January 22, 2013. The article discusses a Nielsen survey of over 30,000 online consumers across 60 countries on their purchasing behaviors and preferences. The survey found that global consumers are significantly more comfortable and likely to buy new or unfamiliar products when they are introduced by brands they already know and trust. Familiar brands help mitigate risk and provide reassurance for consumers. Over 70% of global online consumers said they prefer to purchase new products from brands they already know, even if the products are unfamiliar. This was consistently high across all global regions. Trust in brands' quality, good reputation, and understanding of customers' needs were cited as the top reasons consumers choose to buy new products from familiar brands rather than lesser-known brands. The findings point to the ongoing importance of brand loyalty and reputation in driving new product trials and purchases globally. Established brands have an advantage in introducing new offerings due to the existing relationships of trust they have developed with consumers. In summary, the article reports on a Nielsen survey that found global consumers strongly prefer to try new or unfamiliar products when introduced by brands they already know and trust, rather than unfamiliar brands, due to factors like perceived quality and risk mitigation. Familiar brands help boost acceptance of new product lines worldwide. The Ethereum merge reduced blockchain's energy consumption by over 99%, lowering worldwide electricity usage by as much as 0.34%. However, transaction costs remain high due to network congestion. Layer 2 scaling solutions are helping to address the throughput and fees issues by moving transactions off the main Ethereum chain. But widespread Layer 2 adoption has yet to be seen. In the past, some people had their non-custodial NFTs stolen from online wallets since they did not have full control over their private keys. Custodial services are working to improve self-custody and security. Digital divides persist as not everyone has equal access to technology. Factors like income, location, age, etc. can impact people's ability to engage with Web3 applications. Overall, challenges around fees/scalability, security, and digital inclusion continue to be ongoing areas of focus for the crypto/Web3 industry as it aims to grow in a sustainable and equitable way. Layer 2 solutions and user-friendly products/services may help address some of these challenges over time. Here is a summary of the article Fixing the Global Digital Divide and Digital Access Gap from ings.edu. The article discusses the global digital divide, which refers to unequal access to digital technologies around the world. While access to the internet and digitization has improved lives and driven economic growth, over half the world's population still lacks reliable internet access. The digital divide exists both between and within countries. Developing nations generally have lower connectivity than developed nations. Within countries, rural, low-income, and marginalized communities often lack access even if a nation overall has widespread connectivity. Lack of access negatively impacts opportunities for work, education, healthcare, and civic participation. It can worsen existing inequalities. The COVID-19 pandemic further highlighted the consequences of the digital divide as many activities moved online. Closing the digital divide will require concerted global efforts. Recommendations include expanding digital infrastructure like broadband to underserved areas, making devices more affordable, improving digital literacy and relevant content, and ensuring privacy and security online. Public-private partnerships can help drive investment where the private sector alone has not expanded. International cooperation is needed given the global scope. The article argues fixing the digital divide should be a priority to ensure equal and fair participation in the digital revolution for all communities worldwide. Access to digital technologies can improve lives and livelihoods if barriers are removed. The passage provides an alphabetical list of terms related to NFTs and Web3, along with brief explanations or examples for each term. Some of the major topics covered include brands and community building, decentralized infrastructure like blockchains, specific NFT collections like Bored Ape Yacht Club, establishing digital ownership, identity and utility associated with NFTs, and challenges around areas like regulation, infrastructure, and inclusion. It touches on a wide range of companies, people, collections, projects, and concepts within the NFT and Web3 space. The level of detail for each entry varies, with some getting a sentence or two of context while others receive longer multi-paragraph explanations. Overall, the list serves as a useful reference for looking up definitions and finding brief overviews of various topics within the nascent NFT and Web3 industries according to the alphabetical organization provided. The broad range of inclusions gives a sense of the diverse landscape that is still taking shape. Here are the key points summarized from the passages. Infallible proof of digital ownership can be provided through blockchain ledgers which provide a permanent and verifiable record of transactions. Creating digital goods and establishing ownership over them through cryptocurrency/NFTs can blow up traditional business models and incentivize creation and ownership. Digital wallets allow cross-platform verification of digital assets and enable personalized online experiences. Competing for wallet share is important. Rewards and loyalty programs using digital assets can establish ownership over loyalty, status, and rewards. Market strategy for NFT projects includes defining the asset, characterizing holders, fostering identity/community, and being receptive to feedback. Shared incentives through NFT royalties and licensing can drive collaborative creation and ownership of intellectual property. Digital identity in Web3 is represented through NFT profiles and verified credentials, allowing portability between platforms. This enables new forms of network effects. New subscription and ticketing models using NFTs provide benefits like resale value, better pricing algorithms, and multi-threaded/personalized access. Micro-communities form around niche interests and shared identities represented through NFT collections. Here is a summary of the key points from the provided text. Various NFT projects are discussed in action, including the Bored Ape Yacht Club, NFT Staircase, Starbucks Odyssey, and DiGiorno Pizza NFT Rewards Program. Platforms for NFTs are examined, along with issues of control, cross-platform functionality, and the differences between Web2 and Web3 platforms. The concept of digital ownership is explored in comparison to traditional deeds. Minting, resales, and non-transferability of NFTs are covered. Identity and community are significant aspects of NFTs. Tribes, superfans, and niche interests are important to some projects. Utility and stacking utility give NFTs additional value through benefits, access, subscriptions, rewards, and more. Various examples are provided. Ticket projects like NF tickets that solve trust issues are summarized. Popes and other proofs of attendance are mentioned. Brand partnerships with sports teams, musicians, and companies demonstrate potential applications and revenue models for NFTs. The evolution of NFTs, importance of scarcity, pricing consideration, and scaling opportunities are briefly touched on. Regulation and decentralization of platforms conclude the summary. The passage discusses various topics related to Web3, including NFTs, decentralized networks, digital identities, and marketplaces. It mentions NFT projects like Bored Ape Yacht Club, VFriends, and the Hundreds Bomb Squad. Digital wallets and how they relate to ownership of digital goods are covered. The concept of network effects driving value in Web3 is introduced. Applications of NFTs like digital collectibles, memberships, credentials, and incentivizing communities are described. The transition from Web 1 to Web 2 to Web 3 in relation to decentralization, identity, and digital goods is summarized. Other topics touched on include virtual fashion, video games, voice changers, walled gardens, and competing for market share between platforms. Key individuals mentioned include Gary Vaynerchuk, Pharrell Williams, Reese Witherspoon, and the co-founders of Yuga Labs. So in summary, the passage provides an overview of major concepts, applications, companies and figures relevant to understanding the Web3 space and the potential roles of NFTs within it. The passage discusses several potential applications of NFTs in blockchain technology. Limiting participation in activities to unique individuals through proof of unique personhood NFTs tied to identity. Using loyalty NFTs tied to purchase behavior to limit gaming the system in activities that require proof of engagement like voting. Facilitating a sense of ownership and engagement in organizations by giving people leadership roles or ownership represented by NFTs. Allowing community-based storytelling and IP development by giving communities tools to collaborate on building franchises and worlds. Enabling brands to focus more on engaging existing customers through additional value provided by NFT programs, rather than just one-time transactions. Discussing opportunities for disability access in virtual spaces enabled by technologies like NFTs and metaverses. It also acknowledges potential academic support and thanks the reader for their time. In summary, it explores different applications of NFTs and blockchain technology for user engagement, access, verification of identity and ownership.